Hey everybody, it's Kevin. How are you doing today? Today, Jasmine and I will be drinking some tea from Intergalactic. We have two versions of the Vanilla Bean Dream Machine. And let me just get Jasmine on here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, you were doing a great introduction. Continue.
Yeah. So I'll keep going with the introduction. Today we are drinking the Vanilla Bean Dream Machine from Intergalactic. We have two different versions. We have the Tahitian Vanilla Bean Dream Machine and the Ugandan Vanilla Bean Dream Machine. Hey, Day.
Hi.
I will showcase the wrappers here. I've already taken the cakes out because I wanted pictures. This one is the Ugandan wrapper.
Colors that robot.
That robot is gray.
Great. Okay.
And this is the Tahitian, little blue guy.
Woo.
Hey, Day. Yeah, I think we're going to do two cakes. Um, Hopefully we have time and we're not like super caffeinated by the end of it, but
We're wired. Trying to make this so that my tray would show.
I
And it's
know
like,
I have to
oh,
like crouch down and be like,
I know that's what I did last time. I think. Hold on.
I'll just raise up everything, and
Yeah, I did too. I thought it was gonna work, but
this is where the money is at, right here.
it's true. It's really what people come for.
Yeah.
Right. Using a shoebox. All right, there you go.
Hey, everybody.
Welcome, welcome. I'm gonna rinse my stuff. Just
Yeah, what cake are you wanting to start with
oh
first?
yeah. Um, let's do. I don't know. Do you have a preference?
I have the Tahitian in my hand right now.
Okay, let's do Tahitian.
The blue. My Tahitian cake is packed pretty tight.
Yeah, I like the bendy, and not. I don't know. When you press down on it, I sliced myself last week when I was just with it.
Yeah.
Hope everyone's Friday is going great. All right. Yeah, my show here. I feel like you can see some of it. Maybe my monkey doesn't make it, but
7 grams. All right, that's what I'm gonna go with. I did 7 grams last time. I'm doing it
you're
this
doing it
time.
this time. I did. I stayed. Well, actually, I have 5.5. I already measured my stuff. I was too scared to go for the full 7. All right. Okay, so we're doing Tahitian.
Yes, we are.
Tahitian, which is blue robot, right?
Correct.
Okay. Look, I got it on a shell.
Oh
Yeah.
dang. Oh dang, you fancy.
Fancy. Real fancy.
So how's everyone's day going? Feel free to ask questions or I'll try to keep my eye on the chat.
Yeah, I feel like I wasn't getting certain messages last time or seeing certain people, so I don't know. Maybe because it's oh my god, it smells so good.
Yeah,
I just
it
haven't
smells really
tried the warmed guy one. Wow. Okay, so this is our second intergalactic session.
That is correct.
Double this time around. And I have pulled up or I did have pulled up.
This is what the rinse looks like. I probably rinsed it for a decent amount of time.
Yeah, I'm doing a longer rinse this time. Last time it was way too short.
Definitely more vanilla, which
A lot of vanilla.
I talked to Sean, the owner of Intergalactic. He did let me know that the Vanilla Bean Dream, the original that we were trying last week, was the light version, so it's going to have a lighter vanilla flavor. So this should have a little bit more oomph to it, I guess.
Oh my gosh, I think my wash is way lighter than yours, right? Oh no, maybe it's the same.
Probably the same.
Okay. I think it looked a little darker on camera. You go, little monkey. All right.
Yeah, that wash is pretty good just by itself.
It smells amazing.
Yeah, we're definitely getting like sugar cookie
Yeah.
smell.
Yeah. This is like a holiday shoe.
Holiday shoe. How about you?
Ooh. Christmas in July. In May.
End of May, whatever day it is.
Whatever day it is. Mentally, some of us are still in May, some of us are in June.
Yeah.
So 2023 is when the first version of Vanilla Bean Machine was made. And so it decided to do two different pressing the second time around. Match vanilla beans of different origins to different kinds of shoe. So this Tahitian vanilla bean blend the 2023 Meng Song Na Ka shoe adds a distinct overall effect, creamy and fruity.
Very creamy so far. Day asked, she says, "Oh, that sounds nice. How does the taste differ from last week's?" I will let you know in 1 second.
Samesies.
Definitely more vanilla, just smell like right off the bat.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot more.
This is the liquor color.
Have you had your first sip? No, you did. So for me, I feel like this is doing the same thing as last, but it's not awake enough. And actually, on his card here, he says for the pour, do a 3 to 4 minute steep with the like after you do the discard. And
I'm wondering if that's just like for like Western brew, like if you're doing like a larger container.
No, but it says pour. Right?
Yeah.
But I could see where these might need that because I feel like oh, I just got some vanilla. I don't know. You talk. You tell me what you think, expertise.
Yeah, I mean it's still not fully open on my end, but
Oh my gosh, the smell.
yeah, the smell is fantastic. Like I just want to have this in my house.
No.
I'd say this is a little bit smoother than the original, with a little bit more, and that could just be because you're getting a little bit more vanilla.
Yeah.
So if you're like wanting less of the, I want to say like roughness or like earthiness of the shoe, then I think you should check these out because
Yeah.
I'm a fan
What?
so far.
Yeah. Oh, me too. Wait, what was the name of the one that we did last week?
Last week was the original.
Vanilla.
Or it was the Vanilla Bean Dream
Okay.
Light.
Okay. Mm. I'm gonna give them the rest of my here. Oh my gosh, that tastes really nice though. I'm excited what the second round's gonna do.
Yeah.
See how it's opening up there. Mmm. This is a good Friday. The drinks.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. I'm so smooth over here.
It's okay.
Elegant.
I've already like burnt my finger.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Keep doing the
Like it's not
like.
like I do this like twice a day. Think I would learn how to do this without burning myself, but it.
So,
Yeah.
so West China uses the little plate, and whenever I'm burning my fingers, I actually use it because it helps, but it's also more things to drop and break, so it's
Yeah.
a little risky.
I'm very clumsy to begin with.
You too. Oh, fingers.
Yeah. I mean, this everything that we've tried so far from Sean from Intergalactic has been like top notch.
Yeah.
Um, Everything I've posted so far is what I've tried. I know you have tried other things.
Mm. Yeah. So the day after our first live, which was last Friday, so that's Saturday, I drank. I don't even know how many pours. It was like 3 or 4, just like back to back. So I was like, "This is so good," and I just kept like popping the little balls and bricks in the Gaiwan. I'm like, "Oh my gosh, it's so addicting." I love that paper bag that he has like packaged
Yeah.
because it's a little goodie bag and you just take one, you pop it in, and it's
Yeah, it
so
works
awesome.
out. Hey, Snorkel Twig, and hey, Woo Cup.
Hey,
Thanks for joining
welcome on our second infusion of
the Tahitian Vanilla Bean Dream.
2023 Mengsong Nakashu.
So, you moved from Florida to Maine. Why did you
What?
can you go into why move not only just for like a city but like multiple states, like kind of I want to say across the country, but like
It
from
is?
one side of the country to the other
Yeah.
northern side.
I told my husband, I'm like, we kind of did move cross country if you're thinking of like across. Like we went all the way up. Yeah, we moved to Florida when we first had our kids to be closer to family. But we've never really liked Florida, even though we both grew up in Florida. I have always wanted to get out, but once you start life with kids and a business, it just gets a little more complicated to just get up and go. And we visited a friend who had recently moved to Maine, and then we fell in love with it. So we
You're
made
like,
our
I'm sick of being close to family. I want to be away from my family, and then you're like, deuce.
yeah. I was just like, y'all are okay.
It was great seeing you, but bye bye. Yeah.
Bye. Yeah, the whole family thing didn't really turn out as we had hoped.
But like,
I was like,
but like
well,
now you live in a destination area where like your family could come and visit. Nobody
exactly.
wants to go to Florida, like unless if you're going to the beach. And if you live there, like I'm sure it gets old.
It's, yeah. People are always like, why'd you move here? I'm like, Because I lived in Florida. That's
Yeah.
why. Have you been to Thai?
Yeah. I'm sick of sweating. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So it's been a dream. We're so happy here. Yeah. And then Milwaukee, you've been in Wisconsin for just a few minutes.
Yeah. 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 I've lived in Wisconsin my entire life. I've lived within the same three counties, Milwaukee County, Waukesha County, and Washington County. So I've lived within an hour of like everywhere
So
that
wild.
I've lived. Um, and I don't think I would ever move. Like I've thought
Yeah.
about it, and I live in a really nice neighborhood, live in a super nice area. Weather's temperate for the most part. Like we get cold, but I'm fine with the cold. And I'm within like a 40-minute drive of Milwaukee or Madison. So it's like, all right, if I want to go to a city,
Yeah, that's really nice.
I can just go west or east.
And Milwaukee has a lot going on. I mean, it's like a full on city.
Oh yeah, like when I was drinking, like there's so many different breweries. There's hundreds. Um, so it's perfect for anyone that's into craft beer or um, craft distilleries because there's just like one every block. They're really like they sold off. I was at the Pabst, the old Pabst Brewery
Oh yeah.
building, and it's multiple city blocks that was basically not used since the 80s because
Whoa.
Pabst moved to California, and
Whoa.
so they just had all these abandoned buildings, and finally the city's like, all right, we're gonna buy these. I think Pabst sold them to the city, and the city sold it off to various groups, and so there's multiple different breweries that have popped up. There's a hotel that is in the old warehouse, like brewing area, so you have all the old copper kettles and stuff. Uh,
Whoa.
yeah, it's super nice, and they built the new Buck Stadium right over there, um, and so that's bringing more people in and more money and more business. So it's really evolved in the past 10, 15 years.
Mm,
I mean, it was like an eyesore forever where you're like, I'm not going to go to Milwaukee. I'm not going to go to that side of the town. And then now it's like completely switched.
that's awesome. Yeah, it's so cool. Like it's so nice to love where you happy where you live.
Yeah,
Like yeah. God, sorry for the beeping.
it's
My water.
good.
What what infusion are you on? I think I'm still on my second flow
This
here.
is on, I'm brewing the third right now.
Mm. Okay, if we need questions, look what I have.
Ooh,
Wait,
be
this is
prepared.
backwards, but whatever. Um, yeah, so I could pull cards, questions.
I might need that.
Hmm.
All right. Most embarrassing thing you've done.
Oh God.
It has to be safe, Instagram safe,
Family friendly.
family friendly safe.
Embarrassing?
Yep. I have many, but I have one in mind that's family friendly.
Oh, why don't you go first so I can think?
Okay. So speaking of Milwaukee, I went to the University of Milwaukee, um, and for college, and I had some friends that were a couple years older than me. I was probably 19 or 20, so I wasn't legal drinking age. But we went out to, we were going to go to a Bucks game, and this was right before we got Giannis, so we were pretty bad. Um, and so it was just like, people didn't go even if you were a Bucks fan, unless if somebody gave you tickets, and that's kind of what we had. Um, and so me and a friend of mine went out for drinks, and I had a couple, two, three, four, five, six beers, and we went to the game, and we had a friend that worked for, they're called like the Hoop Troop. They're the people that shoot T-shirts out of cannons and like do all the like games mid game or whatever, like all the audience stuff. And so our friend, we get there and our friend's like, "Oh hey, yeah, I told my boss one of you guys would be in one of the events that we're gonna do during the game." And I'm completely plastered at this point in time, so I'm like, "Sure, I'll do it." And so come to find out, it's like during
Oh my
halftime, they have
god.
me on the big screen, and they're like, "You're gonna do a karaoke challenge with some other person from the audience." And so it ends up being me versus like a 12-year-old boy who came with like his elementary school or middle school or whatever. And like they picked, they're like, "What songs?" Like they had like a three songs I could pick, and it ended up being um, Leonard Skinner, "Freebird" was there, and I was like, if I'm gonna sing anything, it's gonna be "Freebird." Like I'll just belt that out, and yeah. So I beat the kid. I was like,
You
"Come on!"
probably
I can't sing at all. Again, I was very drunk, so it was
Wow.
it probably didn't sound good. Come to find out, there's people I worked with that were at the game, and they like recorded it and were like, just showing people
Oh,
at work. They're like, "Oh, hey, Kevin, I didn't know you could sing." And
wow, that's pretty epic of an embarrassing story.
yeah.
Uh, yeah.
Otherwise, I've done stupid things like I brought my house phone from my parents' house to school one time in my pocket, and I thought, like I went to the office and told one of the aides, and they're like, "You're fine." Like I'm like, "My parents are gonna kill me. They're not gonna get phone calls." They're like, "It'll go to voicemail. Like, chill out."
You're fine. You're all stressed.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I feel like as I get older, I get less embarrassed about stuff. But I used to get really embarrassed as a kid. I was like really
Yeah.
shy, and I would like trip and fall for like no reason. And I remember once in college, I was walking and I just like tripped and fell, and I had like a huge backpack of books, and like people were just like walking by, just like, yeah, sucks to be you, and I don't want to be anywhere
Like
close.
crawling over your books to try to get back up, and people are just like,
They're just like,
"What a
yeah,
loser."
huh?
They're just like, "What a loser," as they're
Yeah,
like
totally.
stepping
They were just
over
like,
you.
yeah, they were like, we don't want that kind of energy.
Yeah. Hey, Ken
um,
Bruce.
hey, good to see you.
All right, I'm definitely getting a lot more vanilla.
Yeah, as the infusions go.
I'm still getting like sugar cookie vibes.
Yes, 100%. Mm-mm. We're still on the first one. We're still on Tahitian vanilla. And then,
Otherwise,
oh,
I think another annoying or embarrassing story is I used to go skiing every year throughout middle school and high school, and I think it was my senior year of high school. I tried going off of a jump on my skis because I could do that at the time, but there was like a gap, so it was like the jump, and then like nothing, and I chickened out, and so I didn't get enough speed, and so then
oh
I
no,
like went up, and then I my skis went straight
oh
down,
no,
and then they got stuck in the snow, and I like catapulted into the ground,
oh
and
no.
I blacked out for a bit.
Oh my
As I
god.
got down, I like woke up, my glasses were like 5 feet away from me, like I'm like, oh god, my head
Oh
hurts
my,
so bad. I probably had a severe like a pretty bad concussion.
that sounds like a concussion.
Yeah, and then I like went down the rest of the hill, which was like 50 feet away. Like I was right at the bottom of the hill, and my friends were like, "Dude, are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, why?" They're like, you you blacked out, like you were there for like 5 minutes. People were jumping over you,
Oh my god.
like you're like limp body. And I was like, none of you came up to like check on me. Like you could have ran up this hill. They're
They
like,
didn't want your energy, Kevin. They didn't want that energy.
no,
Tea Time says that sounds like something my husband would do. He did ski into a fence once. Sounds like something
yeah.
I
I
would do.
skied into like the kiddie hill, like the little kid belt conveyor thing
Oh
to
my.
take you up the hill. I've skied into that. I've ridden the ski lift backwards. I've done it all.
Oh, yeah. I've never done any snow sports because I lived in Florida my whole life, and I don't know, my family just doesn't do snow sports. So I'm gonna try to learn next winter. We'll see how that all goes. But
Yeah,
yeah,
that'll be fun.
yeah, I can't imagine. Um,
Were
I feel like
were you one of the people that like hadn't seen snow their entire life until you
no,
moved?
I had seen snow. I was like, I've been obsessed with snow, but I've just never done like, I've just
Yeah.
played and that's it. And maybe I went sledding once. And that's about it. Um, but yeah, I regularly sing like out of key in front of people because like in capoeira, you have to sing. If you're leading, you're singing. But like a lot of times it's men singing, and then they'll like pass the music so I could start
Okay.
leading, and you adjust your voice from like singing in the chorus, like that, you know, for lack of a better word, to like leading, and it's always like, you know, and I'm just like, sometimes I nail it, and it's really smooth, and a lot of times it's like I'm making a complete butt of myself, but this is how I so. I think
Yeah, you have to go from like the deeper male voice to your voice, and then you have to like lower your voice to like match
yeah,
that.
yeah, and it's not that it's more also because like that's like responding with their singing is like used to responding with this deeper voice, and then like actually a hard transition to do, and yeah, so capoeira's helped me not be so embarrassed because you just like, you know, you get taken down in front of people, like everything happens with like an
Right.
audience, so it's
Yeah.
but
You're like, I'm dance fighting slash singing in front of an
yeah.
audience of people.
Mm-hmm. And I make plenty of mistakes for everyone to see.
Plus, you were in like acting and stuff. You were in theater.
Yeah.
So you,
Yeah, you get just used to, like, I once was in a competition and I finished my monologue and I'm going off stage and I just totally trip over a chord. It's like do do, and everyone's like like that person. I'm like, yep, that's me.
like, is she okay? Did she injure herself? You're like, yeah, I'm fine.
Talking is hard. Oh man.
Hey, Jacob.
Welcome, welcome. We're on our first, still on our first chew. This is really, really yummy, really delicious,
Yeah.
easy to drink. I feel like a lot, like most of all the teas I've had from Intergalactic, it's been really enjoyable.
Yeah. Yeah. And something different. Like,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I've had a decent amount of shoes and black teas, and I like that he incorporates like the wild purple tea leaves in his black teas and his shoe, like that um, moon balloon shoe has been like, my favorite the past couple
Okay.
of years.
It's
Like I'm bummed I only got two. You know, like that they came with two. I was like super bummed that there's not more.
I know. You need like a whole paper baggie of just moon balloons. Fruity notes. I think the description said cherry. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not. I need to think about cherry as I drink. What do you think? What do you say, Kevin? Okay, and then I have something to say, but you go.
Yeah, I'm boiling water, so if it's loud, I apologize. But like I'm getting like if you've had like marzipan, you get kind of like
Yeah,
that nutty
yeah,
vanilla-y flavor. It's kind of like that, where you could get some cherry, I guess.
Oh my gosh, you're so good at noting flavors. Good job. I'm always like, it tastes like something that I love, but I don't know what.
It tastes like tea. It tastes like grass water.
Every time I give my husband tea to try, he's like, "It's good. Tastes like tea." I'm like, okay,
Yeah,
thank you.
I know. You're like, but like, what do you
You
taste?
taste.
Like, do you
But taste
spit
the thing.
smell?
I want like technically we should switch over to the other cake because it's 5:30. Getting
Yeah,
like as you drink it, so I kind of don't want to stop. So I'm gonna do one more. Be bad.
I will switch over. I'll start switching over.
Okay. Okay. Fine. Fine. All right. I'm still gonna
Well,
drink it.
yeah, you drink that.
Uh. mm, so good. It's so good. It's so good.
So good.
Other than jasmine green, which my hubby says tastes like fish oil. That's hilarious. Some jasmine greens, a little hard to enjoy. Fish oil.
You're like, that's what it's supposed to taste like.
Oh my gosh. Have you gotten another Gaiwan, or do you still have just one?
I just have one. Um, I've got this from Sencha and Clay,
Oh
and then
wow.
I've got a teapot that I bought from Tao Teaware in Chicago when I met with Dart, and then I've got like a little cheap thing that I got off of
Oh
Amazon
yeah.
for like $6.
I mean that. I ordered two, a big one, the one that I think is just like 10 more milliliters than this, but they haven't gotten here. But
Okay.
it's nice for stuff like this. Like I want to keep drinking this, but like we're tasting, so I have to move on. I'm like, if I
Yeah.
had another on, pickle.
I never like remember what size this one is. I'm sure it's like 110 or something.
I always
But
forget too.
so I'm like, I always look at other ones and I'm like, oh, that'd be nice. But then I want it to be the same size so I can like use the same amount.
Yeah, that's true. If you have a different size, oh, that's a good point. Um, I love Johnson Swimming too. Sad he thinks that. I know. I do wish my husband was more into tea. He likes it and he'll drink it, but not like let's talk about the notes and all the all the nerdy stuff that we're all into. My gosh, this is really good, y'all. Oh my gosh. Okay,
Magard.
I'm gonna make a mess. I'm gonna put this into my shell.
I'm
And
moving on to the Ugandan.
what?
I'm moving on to the Ugandan Vanilla Bean Dream.
But
This one's a little bit like the other cake. The Tahitian for me was thinner, so it looks like it was pressed a little bit tighter.
hmm.
This one is a little bit looser and like chonkier,
Chonk.
and it's easier to break apart. So
Okay.
we got that going for it.
Okay. Oh, I'm making a huge mess over here and almost burned myself. Good Lord. I don't even know why I did this. I put tea leaves all over my tray. Like this, why? I'm nervous.
Hey, yeah,
God.
yeah, Dave. So there's different shoe and different vanilla bean for each of these.
Yeah.
So I believe
Do you know there's different shoes? Does it say it? Because this says, oh, Zhang Jia San Dui Shu, and the other one had a different name, and then it's the different vanillas from Tahitian and Ugandan. This is for the Ugandan, right? Yes.
Yeah.
Cute. Yeah, I like these lives have helped me like actually pay attention more to what I'm drinking than just like drinking the things. And remember more.
Yeah, because you're trying to like process everything so that you can relay it to everybody else.
Yeah. That's a little bit. Okay, I need to boil water. I'm gonna ask you a question. Unless you want to talk about what you're drinking.
Getting like more cocoa vibes, kind of like and this is just a wash. I don't know, it's like hot cocoa with like marshmallows. Yeah, I've never. Yeah, I haven't tried it either. So, I mean, for the price, like it's a good deal. You get these two, and then a third, which is the black tea, I believe, which I haven't tried.
I'm reading on the site that it has rich chocolate notes, which I think you already picked up on, and added caramel for this version as well. So
Yeah, I can taste that.
oh my
Yeah,
god.
definitely two different.
Oh,
Yeah,
smells like you're sniffing cocoa powder.
yeah.
Yum. I love that. My gosh. I make such a mess. All right. My water has to start all the way from 70, so it's gonna be a while. So you taste the wash?
Yeah, just to see how it goes, how the flavors may change.
I saw a video today that certain teas, like the fresher greens, you don't dump the first wash because they're just like pretty much ready to go.
Yeah,
But like
they're already opened up and everything.
rock on my tea connection. Um, yeah, my daughter Cabrini likes drinking the wash. She like drinks it. She's like, I want to try it. Yes.
It's like light tea for her. Maybe she's,
Yeah. Why?
yeah. She's like, well, she's home. I was going to say she's going to go to school and be like, "This is what I'm drinking," but you homeschool, so she could talk to her sister and just be like,
No, she tells the neighbors and anybody she comes across. Okay. Here's your question. If all jobs had the same pay and hours, which job would you like to have?
"Should we say jobs we've already had, or like any job ever?"
Any job ever that you would like to have.
Hmm. Um, I want to be one of those. I want to get paid to be one of those volunteers at the hospital that holds babies. I'm like, that's like I loved when my son was smaller and I could hold him, and I've always wanted to like volunteer at a NICU or something, but like that would be fun. And I just get to like sit and just chill there. Like, all right, I'll watch TV and hold the baby. Nap. Well, maybe not nap while holding the baby, but
That is so sweet. That is not what I expected you to say at all.
otherwise, um, like if I could sell tea, that'd be cool. Or like I don't know, like out of the jobs I've had, I really liked. I worked at a daycare, like a before and after school daycare. That was cool because I just played with Legos for like 2 hours, 3 hours, and then I would go to school myself and then come back and like shoot hoops and do whatever I wanted. Um, and yeah, that would probably be it. That was a super fun job. And I worked with my best friend's mom was my boss and her mom. So my best friend's grandma was like my counterpart with me. So it was kind of nice, like a family dealio.
That that was what we had after school, summer camp, all the things in Florida. That was our business.
Okay.
The martial like, and we did all the stuff, yeah, all that. Um, and it was really great for our family. Like our little kids would just like hang around and
Yeah.
it was really fun. That's so crazy that's your answer. That was my life for a while.
Yeah, I didn't have to like, I mean, I yelled at the kids and like disciplined them, but I didn't have to have like the difficult talks with parents and be
Yeah,
like,
that's why I'm just like that is not my dream job. That's like the role that my husband and I played, and that got old really fast.
yeah.
So, all
What,
right, I'm washing.
what's your answer to that question?
Uh, honestly, like I now get to homeschool my kids and
Yeah.
manage the family and the house, and then I get to drink tea, and then I guess if I want to do more like job in the real world, I would just love to be a YouTuber, make videos, travel.
Yeah.
I want to get to a point where I can pay an editor to edit for me. I'm like, I will make you all the content, just put it in a nice video.
Yeah. I will
That's
talk for hours. Please just, yeah, turn it into
exactly
something.
precisely. So, but yeah, that's what I'm working towards. I could totally see you selling tea down the line. You and Neldon.
Yeah. Neldon, yeah, I'm excited for the box that he's shipping me because it's going to be an insane amount of tea, but also some age stuff that he's sending me from like the 90s and
Yeah, that's
whatnot. So that'll be really cool. And I did like the sales thing for a bit and
the what thing?
like sales.
Oh yeah.
I had my own insurance agency for like a year and I sold under an agent for a couple years and I liked it. I liked the interaction and like the face to face with people. I just didn't like the commission part because I could sell a bunch of insurance, but that was like the way you made a living was you had to have a bunch of policies that just renewed and you could live off your renewals. So that whole like initial part of starting from scratch, you're not making any money for like a couple years at least.
That's really hard.
And I did that like fresh out of college, so I had like no money whatsoever.
What's for dinner? Rice and beans.
Yeah.
What's for dinner?
Yeah, I lived with my in-laws throughout that whole process. And thank God they didn't charge rent because I had no money. So
That's awesome. That's awesome that you had that. Um, hmm. Okay, I'm doing my first infusion. I'm very behind. How are you liking this one compared to the first cake?
mm, I like both. I think this is the Ugandan. The Tahitian was this one's a little bit heavier. The Ugandan's a little bit heavier, I'd say. Like
Okay.
I feel like I could drink this, but again, I mean, it could be because we already drank one.
Yeah.
But you
This is too hot.
you get vanilla, but like a completely different kind of vanilla. Too hot? Oh, I think you muted yourself.
Distractible from time to
Oh,
time.
now it's through.
All right, try this one more time.
Okay.
Are you quick steeps?
Yeah, I haven't been counting my steeps. Not doing super long.
Yeah, I feel like the first cake, like I could just let like steepen like I wanted. It didn't matter. Like it was just smooth. I think this one just got really bitter. So let me see.
Yeah, I think this one needs quicker steeps.
Yeah. So it's also a different.
It's different shoe, so it's a different leaf.
Yeah.
Uh, but yeah, definitely.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Like a chocolate caramel type of, I don't know, like a milk chocolate caramel kind of notes.
Yeah. So when it says different shoe, is it? What does that mean?
So it's the same process of turning, like it's coming from. I mean, if it's traditional pu'er, it's going to be coming from the pu'er region of China. Um, so it's going to be leaves from that area.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but the different shoe is it's still ripened and fermented, but it's going to be a different cultivar. So it would be like how you have different kinds of tomatoes.
Right. Okay. That's the different names, the
Yeah.
different cultivars.
So
So
you're
I'm,
like this cultivar has this attribute. So I'm going to brew this,
yeah.
or I'm going to mix this with this, or
Yeah, this one definitely has like in the end it's like I don't know, almost like chalky.
okay, yeah,
Which might be like the cocoa-ness. Really interesting. It's so to me it tastes so different than the other cake.
yeah, yeah, like 100%. Which that's what I was like wondering about.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay, it's it's choux pu'er. You're gonna get that choux pu'er
Yeah.
taste, and I thought there might be like a very slight difference, but the difference is pretty significant, I'd say.
I feel like that's consistent with a lot of like most of his shoes. They're just like they're different. And
Yeah,
you know, and like I'm a super beginner and like I could even tell like okay, this is different than the last one I had and the last one I had and which is really it's really nice. It's exciting instead of like oh this just tastes same, same, you know.
yeah. Hey, TZ going and T matters.
See, I don't see those people. So I'm glad you're here, Kevin. Keeping tabs on
Yeah, it
our
says our current people watching is TZ going and Day.
woo.
Shout out to both of you.
I feel like this one, I don't know,
Yep.
needs maybe more experimenting with like temperature and steep time, like little more hmm,
More like
what's
give
the
and
word?
take. Yeah, more like you said, experimental, where
Yeah.
you're going to get a different flavor if you steep it 10 seconds longer compared to the other one where it was like pretty steady.
Yeah, you could do whatever to that other one and like it's gonna taste really delicious and smooth and like but this one I feel like it takes more attention, needs more attention.
Yeah. but definitely like a hot cocoa vibe. Like that's what I'm getting.
Yeah, but for me, it's like yeah, it's a hot cocoa and like with the bitterness of chocolate and not in a
Yeah,
bad way, but it's
right. Like a
that
dark chocolate.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. I would even like I know this is probably insanely blasphemous, but I would probably enjoy this with like putting a little cream in it to just like smooth it out, which I know
Yeah.
nobody I've never anyone do and I feel like it's shameful for me to even utter the words, but I think some poires could use a little
Yeah, people can do it. I mean, I've seen it with some boba shops that have some like milk tea shops that have been introducing pu'er, um, mostly shoes, and that Living Waters place in Chicago that I went to.
oh
They
yeah.
had that shoe pu'er gelato that I didn't try, but this would be a good option for that.
Yeah. Yeah, it would be complemented really well with something sweet or milky, unless you really enjoy bitterness, but not in a like, oh, bitter, I can't taste it. It's just like how dark chocolate has that.
Yeah, yeah, I think Dale, you're pretty, yeah, you're consistent with what we're saying, like raw cacao-ish. Yeah,
Yeah.
which is
This,
just like funny to me. It's like, oh yeah, we brought in a different cult, like a different tea
yeah,
leaf and a different vanilla bean, and you're getting a completely different flavor, and it's going to taste
crazy.
pretty close to like a hot cocoa-ish type
Hmm.
flavor, or like, yeah, I just think that's the interesting thing with tea compared to coffee.
Oh,
And some
yeah.
coffees you can get different flavor, but I don't think you have the wide variety of flavors.
It's so interesting because I like my coffee just like medium roast. Like, I don't like a lot of notes with my coffee. I just like it like, I don't know, like the cocoa chocolatey, like
Standard,
medium dark.
yeah,
Like that's where it gets like the lighter roast and it's more floral and fruitier. I really like I don't enjoy it. And I don't know if it's because I enjoy coffee just like, drink it and go
yeah,
instead of like thing and all that. I don't know. But I don't enjoy I really don't, but I love it in tea.
yeah.
Um I don't know.
And I think that's like the beautiful thing with like gong fu style brewing is that you're taking time to like
Yeah.
taste all that.
And maybe that's what I need to do, like not use it like I just need my caffeine fix right now. Like, I need to like sit down, like, okay, like what's going on here. But a lot of it tastes like too sour for me.
Yeah.
But
Well,
um
well, and I mean, it's like, are the beans you're getting, are they high quality?
yeah, there's a lot, yeah. Mm. I'm really glad that we did these side by side,
Yeah.
especially because they just contrast so well. uh
That was the
really
thing. I was like, oh, yeah, we should, like, I posted, like, what should we try? And Sean messaged me, he's like, do both at the same
oh,
time. I'm like, okay.
oh nice. Okay, so he recommended it. That's awesome.
Mhm.
Yeah, this has been a really great experience.
Yeah. Shout out today for staying on here for the whole time.
You're awesome,
We
Dave.
love you.
We do. All right.
I'm trying to teach Jack how to do like the art because
Oh
he
my
won't.
gosh!
Oh my god! I didn't know.
Hey, I want to do that. What the heck? Do you just have a newer phone? Is that
I
why?
guess.
See the hearts? Sabrina's like peeking over.
Yeah.
Oh, I want it. So next Friday, are we in town and available? June 7th. Yeah.
Yeah. Next Friday should work for me. The following Friday I will be in Connecticut. I'll be flying home from Connecticut, so Next week we could do that black tea, or we could do the one of the white teas, or two of the white teas.
From Intergalactic?
Yeah.
Yes, I have to look to see what I've drunk already. I've been like, it's like the box is out, so I'm like, just keep
Yeah.
grabbing
Yeah.
anything in. I'm like in my intergalactic phase. So I'll have to see what I still have. There's an oolong in there, right?
Yeah,
So
I
like,
believe so. I think it's like a, yeah, it's like a, might be a white tea oolong blend.
okay. I'm kind of curious about that one, especially because of how it's packaged.
I think that's going to be pretty similar to what I sent you from All Cats, the Dang.
Oh, really? I like Dang a lot.
Yeah.
Wait, did I have Dang? No, I had Unibrow. I'm
Yeah.
in bed.
Yeah.
I've had that too. No, I haven't. Mm.
Dave's asking which one was your preference out of the three we've tried so far?
So this is where I need to take notes. I don't remember the flavor that well from last week because I'm a noob. But I do feel like this one's more similar to the one last week. Is that accurate? Or am I
Yeah. Yeah,
like
I'd
the
say.
one's probably a little sweeter or
Like this
smooth?
has, yeah, this has definitely has more flavor than the one last week, but it's like the similar profile. Um, the Tahitian, I don't know, that was really interesting, just to get that like really sweet, like I said, like sugar cookie.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like it's both of these remind me of like the holidays with like
Mm,
cookies and hot chocolate and
yeah. I would say if I was just drinking, my favorite is a Tahitian. But if I was like pairing it with something sweet, I'd like the Ugandan,
yeah,
and the other one I would have to probably drink again. But maybe if I was just maybe not in the mood for something so
yeah,
sweet, I would the one from last week because the Tahitian is pretty sweet for like a puar.
yeah,
It's like sugar cookie.
yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah.
Dave's asking, do we ever pair our tea with snacks or foods? I haven't. I mean, I'm usually like grabbing and going. Like, all
Yeah.
right, I'm gonna brew what I can, or I'll bring my tray up to my office room upstairs,
Yeah.
and I have like this hot water kettle.
Oh no. Oh wow.
So I'll bring that with me, and then I'll just keep pouring, and then I don't know. I don't have time to think.
Yeah. Um, I want to get more into pairing teas and foods, and there's a book that I checked out from the library, but I put it on my like to buy list because it goes in depth of food and tea pairings, and it's really exciting to me. But I definitely feel like with puar, especially like more ones like this one, is nice to pair with something sweet because it kind of
Yeah,
helps take the sweetness. But yeah, that would be my answer. I definitely want to get more into it.
I feel like I really love those. If you've ever like, they're just like butter cookies, like a sugar butter cookie that you
Mm,
can get at Christmas. I always get
yep.
them at Aldi, and they're like the little bag. Those I love because I'm
Mm-hmm.
not a big like frosting person or like something overly
Yeah.
sweet,
Yeah.
and like those that would be really
Yeah.
good with this.
Yes. Yeah. Even if like you dipped it in.
Yeah.
Mm.
So next, I have to purchase those three cakes from Crimson Lotus. So we'll do another intergalactic, I think, next week, and
Yeah.
then I'll be
Yeah.
gone,
Intergal-
and then we could do a Crimson Lotus live or
yeah.
whatever else. I mean,
Next week intergalactic, and then we're off for 2 weeks because you work, and then I'm going out of town, and then we go for that next Friday. we can do all cats.
Yeah.
No, I don't know if either of us will get the crimson because it takes like a month
Yeah.
from China.
When did you buy those 3 cakes? That original order that you got from them.
Oh, right. Oh, they should be. But will yours, or should I just send you some?
I'll probably get it by then.
Okay. So we'll
Probably
plan.
order it in the next couple days.
Okay. And then I know it's Day on our live, but Day, if there's anyone that you want us to try, any company you want us to do a live with, let us know. Or if anyone that watches this live after live, you can
Yeah.
comment.
Yeah. Let us know. Also, maybe we can get like a group call at some point, like a Zoom or Teams call,
That'd be awesome.
and then we make it into a giant podcast, and we become millionaires.
Oh, totally. That's the business. Well, thank you, Day, and to everyone that dropped in.
Yeah. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Jasmine, and yeah. Hope everyone has a good weekend.
See you next week.
Adios.
Bye.